I am Al Hoover, and it's my privilege to introduce 5Screens. And by way of background, I've spent much of my business career with companies in telecommunications and electronic commerce, which are really about connecting people and simplifying and automating processes, essentially B2B interactions and B2C as well. When I was introduced to 5Screens and their vision and business, I was immediately impressed, and it clicked with me. Essentially what they're doing is eliminating the friction, including costs, that businesses have when they want to communicate by mobile with their customers, prospects, employees, and other constituents who in the traditional model are the ones that bear the freight, the toll for the data cost, and which in the traditional model really impinges on the experience, makes people tend to be more time conscious and less apt to want to engage. Interestingly, the carriers, the mobile carriers, have all engaged or are interested in adopting this concept of reverse billing, where the businesses that are trying to reach their constituents would pay for the data. But what you have is a classic situation in business where the businesses are trying to reach fragmented constituents, and they're fragmented by the number of carriers that they're all on. And what you have with 5Screens is essentially the creation of a, call it a clearinghouse or an aggregation hub for this sponsored data reverse billing, so that essentially brands and businesses can communicate and essentially carry the freight and that interaction with their constituents. The concept is simple, very, very hard to do, and fortunately it's clear that the 5Screens team is well versed in a lot of the issues involved in this, tremendous background and experience and domain knowledge. And with that, I'll turn it over to Sam Hijazan to explain in a little more detail what they do and what their plans are for it. Thank you.
Thank you, Al. Great introduction. When 800 was introduced about 30 years ago, significant impact to engagement happened between consumers and businesses. It was so successful that we ran out of numbers soon after. We moved to 866, 877, and so on. What we learned then is that an important lesson: when you take a barrier between consumers and businesses, great things happen. Sales is lifted, more brand loyalty and awareness. Today, about 90% of people in the US, we still use 800 calling. 5Screens offers toll-free data, same as 800 enabled toll-free calling. When you take the cost out of the equation, usage grows up, and this is the value that we bring to businesses and consumers. My name is Sam Hijazan. I'm the founder and CEO of 5Screens Media. And what 5Screens is doing is revolutionizing the engagement between consumers and businesses. And we're doing that over what we call free data zone. This zone is actually anywhere and everywhere. It is not physically located. It's when the retailers and brands and other businesses choose to apply it to their existing channels, an application that they have where their common users are engaging with, or to their current content, mobile content and mobile web that they use. So what we will be discussing today is how important this zone to the businesses to help them increase engagement and lift sales. Every year we have businesses spending billions of dollars trying to build mobile contents, applications, and campaigns. Trying to reach customers, that's their all. Reach customers, increase engagement, and increase sales with them. But often, the results fall short. What we fail to recognize is that people in general don't like others to use their data plans. But this is what's happening every day. You're receiving messages that push to your device from known and unknown entities. And to be fair, businesses often would like to pay for this data, it's just they can't do it today ubiquitously. In fact, they'd like to do it not only for consumers, but they'd like to do it for their own businesses, sponsor the communication with their own employees in a more efficient and effective way. So the results is a lost opportunity for both consumers and businesses. This is actually just came in a couple of days ago in Wall Street Journal, where it shows that the cost of your bill is rising month after month, year after year. So people care, and nobody likes to basically get hit with overage charges as a result of excess consumption. What consumers really enjoy is guilt-free data consumption. They enjoy engaging with the shopping experience where the business sends them a message of appreciation and say, when you come and shop with us and you engage with our content, we will pay for your data charges. When you want to buy a video or a movie, you could watch a trailer where that company can pay for your trailer to watch and decide if you want to buy that movie. Same thing with entertainment and gaming. It's a way to engage consumer at a deeper level and make them enjoy that experience. And in fact, the numbers have proven that people are sensitive to this kind of activity. In fact, 50 to 80% of people have said they would rather engage with content that is paid and sponsored by the businesses. The more critical data is that when they engage with that content, the level of engagement is increased by roughly 70%. This is significant. I like to compare this with the analogy of the Super Bowl ad, why a 30-second Super Bowl ad costs significantly more than a 10-second Super Bowl ad. The reality is you have an opportunity to tell your story and engage consumers at a deeper level to leave a good impression. That's what brands want. So as a result, you increase efficiency, you increase sales, revenue, and ROI. Think of what retailers and brands would want to pay for such information and such value. So to capitalize on this opportunity, we've created an innovative product that enables businesses to define the content that they want to sponsor, and we've dealt with all the complexity on the back end. We've integrated and integrating right now with operators so that in real time, consumers can engage with the content, but zero charge at the same time, at the same moment. This is not easy to do, but we are working through that cycle as we speak, and we've had a great accomplishment we'll be talking about in a minute. In this case, businesses in general, retailers and brands, all they have to do is engage with our platform, which is cloud-based, define the URL address of the content that they want to sponsor, and consumers engage seamlessly. This is operational and working today. In fact, we have very important announcements to make today for the first time, and it's going to be announced in this event. First one is, we just completed a nationwide agreement with AT&T. Thank you. We're very excited about this because this gives us roughly 50 to 60 million access, 56 million subscribers nationwide. And the second announcement, we would like to say that we've completed our platform and it's working. We've tested it, in fact, just a couple of days ago, and we've watched getting the consumer zero charge at the same time when you're consuming the free content. With this capability, consumers and retailers, consumers and brands and businesses in general, they engage for a longer relationship at a deeper level that is beneficial to both sides. The market size is significant. Last year, we spent roughly $70 billion in mobile data. We think this opportunity is a multi-billion-dollar subset of that. We estimated at $7 billion. But as a startup, we'd like to be focused. So as this capability applies to multiple verticals, we've chosen two main areas. One is the brand retailers and restaurants, another one is the enterprise applications. On the brand and retailer side, I'd like to use this example use case where companies such as Macy's run as a campaign that sponsors the content delivered to the customers. But what I like about this is that they have the ability to engage them on not only online, but watch a video at a deeper level and drive traffic from online to in-store. A very significant and important capability. And by sponsoring those campaigns, users are more likely to engage and learn more about what's happening and what they want to offer. But the opportunity is equally large on the other side of corporate enterprise applications. A company such as Pepsi, in this example, they send thousands and hundreds of thousands of employees every day to go out and staff and stack their products in the shelves according to marketing plans. Often what happens is once they shelve it, they take photos and they send it back to central office. So a lot of communication back and forth to be sure that the work is being done in the stores is according to the marketing guidelines. Instead of handing the employees thousands of dollars of devices that cost a lot of money and cost the company a lot of money, you could actually employ the BYOD, bring your own device policy, where you could have a business application on their own personal phones, and anything happens in that business application is sponsored by Pepsi in this case, or the company. Very powerful way to increase efficiency and productivity within the corporation. Our revenue model is fairly straightforward and simple. We charge the companies based on the actual data consumed. We build them, they pay us back, and then we pay on the back end with the operator, and we keep our margin. Competition certainly will emerge. We're excited about this because when that happens, that means people are seeing the value and seeing the opportunity. But we stand in a very solid ground when it comes to defending a leading position that we are placing ourselves in. As difficult and complicated this is, we have the right team with the right domain and expertise to do this. In addition to that, we've employed an innovative business model and a platform in a holistic way, and being an early mover is helping us to take that leading position and maintain it. You may wonder about the team behind this. Dr. Timus and I, we've worked together for quite some years, building products in major corporations and take them to the world globally. But we've also led startups from the ground up and taken them from small to big. Dr. Adam Drabat, he's not only an old boss, but he's also an advisor and an investor. So we must have done something right to gain his confidence in the past. And Scott Erickson, who's led operations for Lucent sales operation globally. Very solid team. We have a great extended team, and they're sitting here, and Ahab and Timus is joining us today and with the audience. So what are we doing next? We're actually taking all the work that we've done and accomplishment, and now we're moving forward toward focusing on the market. So we're building our pipeline and focusing on growing that market, starting in the US before we start thinking international. And we're also working on the second operator now, so that by mid-next year, we'll have at least an access of 100 million subscribers that can leverage this capability. And we're building the platform and the team as we go as well. These are our focus next milestones. This is a great revolution. I'd like to leave you with this thought. Free communication came to 800 calling about 30 years ago, and it's here to stay. Then it came to Wi-Fi, and today it comes to mobile data. If you'd like to be part of this revolution, please come and see us. We'd love to talk to you. Thank you very much.
Very, very nice. Good job. Very exciting.
Thank you.
So there was an aha moment midway through the VentureSpur program this year, which for 5 screens was, whoa, this may be much bigger outside of just mobile marketing for retail. Now, we're talking about retail today, but so the first question that I had is, could you please describe in detail a little better the opportunities outside of mobile marketing that are more, more practical or utilitarian, but very much necessary?
Sure. Thanks, Mike. So it is true. We're starting in the mobile marketing and mobile advertising side, working with contents on the brands. But the opportunity certainly applies to various additional verticals. In fact, I put something together here. I had recently a call with a CTO of a major auto manufacturer here in the U.S. And he described a very interesting problem. He said, connected devices, as Asif was describing earlier today on his presentation, connected devices provides a lot of opportunity for consumers, but also an opportunity for the manufacturers, especially auto manufacturer. They would like to learn more about how people are using their cars, how people are using the services within the car. And they just don't have a way now to get that data back without impacting the cost on the consumer. Frankly, they don't want the consumer to pay for transporting the data back to the, to the manufacturer location. So they would love to employ such capability where every vehicle, with opt-in and, and keeping the data anonymous, to pull the data back from the car so they can learn and optimize their products. It's a great opportunity, and they like to employ it not only in the US, but also international. And you could draw the same parallel with other industries similar to the auto manufacturers as far as learning how their products are being done. They want to pay for the data to pull it back to them. The same concept, Mike, applies to the financial institution. If you want to sponsor your customer portal service, same as for the healthcare, education, and so on. There's a wide application for this, and we're going to be tackling the market one step at a time as we build successes in each of the areas that we're building.
Okay, very good. One more question,
Okay.
which was, free Wi-Fi requires me to acknowledge I'm in a space and I have to log on to a portal. Does the consumer need to do anything different in their behavior to take advantage of free data zones for your clients?
This is a great question. Thanks. Actually, that's the key thing about what we're doing here. We are not introducing a new channel. This capability can be applied today to the existing channels that existing company employ, the applications that they currently have, the mobile web that they currently have. We just boost the efficiency of those channels. So we're not introducing a channel, they can use what they have. So consumers on the other side, they don't have to sign up or register to access such thing. They just continue going to the same content, except when they go to this content or this application, now it's going to indicate it's been sponsored by the provider of that content. So the user become aware of it and the engagement increase. And that's part of why this thing would take off pretty quickly from that principle that users don't have to do much or any, and at the same time businesses can employ it quickly.
Well, very, very exciting, Sam, from 5 Screens Media. Give them a hand. Thank you.
Thank you.